Hello you, welcome back. This is a town called Melide. Today I'll be walking to Arzua, a very short walk today, and all is good. Head good, body good, feet good, heart good, all good. Let's go. Before we do anything else, más importante, coffee. Oh, I need this too.
Magdalena.
Para poder proteger nuestra seguridad y la paz en Europa y más allá. Otra de sus apuestas es ampliar la concesión de créditos para apoyar a empresas especializadas en defensa. Desde el gobierno ucraniano asegura que la retirada de la comunicación
This is my first time to wear plastic bags over my socks. I'll let you know how it goes. You ever have it, I'm sure you do, when there's a voice in your head and you're not sure whether it's your ego or God or whatever you might believe, the universe, Allah, Buddha, and you're trying hard to figure out, was that me or was that someone else? 2 nights before this trip began, before I began walking the Camino, I was feeling very shameful, very guilty about things I knew which were true about me that needed to change. And I heard that voice, and it said, don't worry, it's over. It's done now, it's finished. I miscalculated the distance for today. It's a bit more than expected. Close to 15 kilometers. It's still much shorter than almost every other day in the Camino. I don't mind. In fact, it's been very, I would say very meditative. What's that word? Yeah, got to do with meditation. Walking along, especially when it's raining. There's a robin. There's a lady back there selling bracelets. They're from Peru. I said to her, I went to Cusco, maybe 15 years ago in Peru. I like the colour of this. I talked before about how I used to drink a lot. I was very self-destructive in general. I didn't care about my health, my job, anything really at that time. After my parents passed away, it went on for a few years, this self-destruction, until one morning I walked outside my job in Dublin city centre and I stood next to the River Liffey, and everything became blurred because there were tears in my eyes. I felt so physically, mentally and emotionally exhausted in that moment. I had nothing left. It was rock bottom. And then there was a voice. I used to say about this voice, it was mine, but it didn't sound like me because it was so kind. And the voice began to ask me some questions which would determine my path from there on. First question: why are you doing this to yourself? Because where you are now and what you're feeling is the result of all the bad decisions you've made. There's nobody else to blame except you. Then the voice said, you can't go on like this. And then one last question: what are you going to do about it? I remember that moment as though it were a movie. I quit my job. I walked all the way home. And just over a week later, I was in Cape Town in South Africa. I decided that I would ride a bicycle through Africa. I'd never done anything like that before. No real cycling experience or camping experience. But I would spend the next year of my life riding a bicycle through the African continent, from Cape Town to Cairo. Looking back now, I don't believe it was my voice.